Okay, we are live. This is the Fighting News. This is our second show this week. We have some very special guests all the way from Brooklyn, New York, and it's an honor to be with these guys today. First, we have Mathew Lefty Guns Gonzalez, who is a young prospect out of Brooklyn, 10-0 with 6 knockouts, and next to him is his coach, is his trainer. Is it fair to say the world famous Benny Roman?
Oof, that's deep there, but internationally known, yes.
Internationally known soon to be world famous. Okay, so Mathew, tell us a little bit about yourself. All right, about your coming up, your background in boxing, and especially let's start with your amateur career.
Yeah, so I started boxing at 10 years old. Well, actually 8 years old, my first time walking into a gym. I had my first competitive fight at 10. I had 64 amateur fights in total. I took a little layoff of boxing, about a 4-year layoff. I think it was for the better. I stopped at 15. I came back at 19. And then I had a few more amateur fights. And then at 22, I decided that it was time for me to turn pro. I already had more than enough experience. I knew that. I was already sparring with pros since I was a teenager. And I knew that my style in particular is more suitable for a professional level than an amateur level. So me and my team felt like it was the best route to turn pro. And we're here now, 10-0, 6 knockouts, and we'll be going for our 11th win next week.
Nice, and we'll get to your next fight in a few minutes. So how did you hook up with Benny as a trainer?
Benny's been training me all my life. Benny started training me at 11 years old. He knows my father from back in the day, and he was a coach. And my father said, "Yo, listen, I got the right guy for you." And he basically brought me and my brother to Benny, and from there, the rest been history.
Nice. Now, what's going on in there in New York City? Because I've been out of there for a while. So they used to have the Daily News, Golden Gloves, and they used to have police athletic leagues. But from what I understand, both of those things have disappeared. Benny, can you address that?
They still have police athletic leagues. It's called Cops and Kids now. I'm part of that organization. Is the NYC Cops and Kids. The Daily News was taken out. They had a lot of discrepancies going on, and they put another tournament besides that, to replace it. Meanwhile, while they get this stuff together, it's called the Ring Masters Tournament. So all the kids that used to participate and look up to going to the Golden Gloves are competing in the Ring Masters Tournament.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting because as Mike can attest to this, whenever we see someone who's fought in the New York City in the Golden Gloves, and they're pros now, retired guys like Riddick Bowe, and they're all still wearing their Golden Gloves chain. They say that's one of their proudest achievements. And
yeah, correct.
So the amateur scene in obviously New York City is no joke, and you're a big part of it. So Teddy Atlas took that over, right? He was a big part of that.
Yes, Teddy Atlas sponsored our gym also. It was called Atlas Cops and Kids. He had to move on, so now we made it NYC Cops and Kids, New York City Cops and Kids. And it's a very nice program. We just renovated our gym. We're waiting for this COVID thing to, pull through or clear up a little so we can open the gym and have the kids come back in there.
Okay. But now the gym you're in right now is not that gym. You're in Platinum Boxing, which is
Matt's gym.
Okay. So Matt, tell us about that. That's you own that gym with?
Yeah, I own the gym actually with my girlfriend, Jenny Badillo. The gym is called Platinum Hands. That's a nickname that I went by as a little kid. When I first started boxing, Platinum Hands was a little handle of mine. And I decided to actually turn that into a gym, never forget where I started, basically.
And where is it? What's the address there?
It's in Glendale, Queens, 6932 Myrtle Avenue.
On Myrtle Avenue in Glendale. Okay. So if anyone's listening, because I told all my old buddies from IS-77 to tune in, see if any of them have any questions for you, or want to say hello. All right. So what else? How has the whole COVID situation affected your training?
The COVID situation affected the training a little bit, not as bad as other fighters in particular, because at the end of the day, I'm blessed enough to have my own gym. I have the keys, so I can always open up the gym and put in the work. But it's not the same as far as other guys. Other guys' gyms ain't open, so you can't really get sparring in as much. You can't really be in that atmosphere with the other fighters. So it's not the same, but it didn't affect me as bad as I know it affected other fighters. So like I said before, I'm blessed that I have my own facility. So whenever I want to, any 7 days out of the week, I'm more than available to open up and put the work in.
Right. And how old are you now, Mathew?
25.
All right. So you're 25. You're a gym owner. All right. You're an up and coming prospect, and you grew up in Ridgewood. You attended IA-77, right?
Correct.
Tell me, what was that like? What was it like dealing with peer pressure and things like that in that neighborhood? Because I know there's a lot of kids in that neighborhood who don't have it as well as you do, and they succumb to that peer pressure, and they end up with all kinds of issues in adulthood. So
I actually went to PS 239 before that, elementary school across the street, and then I graduated from Grover Cleveland High School. So my whole life was I am Ridgewood basically. And the peer pressure, I was always I was always a leader. I was never a follower. I never really I was never the type of people to want to be, in certain groups or clubs or gangs, anything like that. My whole thing was always, go to school and go to the gym. As far as that goes, I was always a good kid as far as that goes. And when I got a little older, I just, I stopped the boxing, but I still focused on school. And I graduated, which, that was most important. And I came back to boxing before it was too late. And we're here now. But as far as the peer pressure goes, I'll tell every kid to just, focus on something positive. Focus on something positive. Never get distracted by the negative. And at the end of the day, you know what's right and you know what's wrong. And, never do wrong. Always try to stick to what's right at the end of the day.
excellent. That's good advice. And I hear that you also work with kids. You also train some of the kids in your gym there, or
yeah, we have a kids program. That? We have a teenage program that actually work with the kids. They're all youth, and basically, I just try to instill in them everything that I learned and pass it on to them. So one day they could be better than me, and just try to be a role model for them. A role model for the kids. I feel I'm a role model. I have no tattoos. I have no piercings. I got a clean record, and I'm basically as clean as it goes as far as a fighter. You don't really see fighters like that too often nowadays. So, I'm a great role model for the kids, and I basically tell them, if I could do it, you guys can do it, and just stay focused and continue to work hard, and dreams do come true.
Excellent. That's good advice. Are there kids around you, or some of your peers, some of the guys that are your age, that give you a hard time because you don't do some of those things?
No, when I was a kid, everybody already knew of me from the boxing, so people already knew better than to offer me, drugs or alcohol or anything like that. That was, or to go hang out. Yeah, that was never my thing. At all. That was never my thing. People always knew that I took the boxing thing real serious, so don't dare even offer me something like that.
That's great. Just by by the force of your personality, you were able to fend some of that stuff off, and they just knew not to mess with you. That's a great way to be. All right, that's powerful. And you're also, I got to tell you seem to be surrounded by some great fighters in that neighborhood. Benny, do you want to speak to that at all? Do you want to talk about some of the other young men that you've worked with?
Yes, we have a bunch of upcoming pros that are top notch right now. In our gym we have Chrislbert. He gives us a lot of work, prime time. Richardson Hitchens, who I was blessed to take to the 2016 Olympics. We have Nikita Bobby, who's signed with the Zone.
I saw him. He just fought the other night.
Yes, Rashad Mathew, another one who signed with the Zone. We have Bruce Carrington, who is on the USA Olympic team.
Right,
Shushu. Shushu. I had the pleasure of working his corner in the U.S. Championships when he won that. Who else am I forgetting? We have Alex Chaparro, ranked number 2 in the United States, up and coming. You know,
right.
Another.
Now, he went to IS 77 too, right?
Huh?
He went to IS 77 also.
Yes.
Okay.
Price Taylor. We have so much. The COVID has slowed things down as far as everybody being together and using each other for motivation, because now there's nobody there. So you really have to train on your own. Like he said, we're blessed to have the gym at any time. We come, we open it, we train. We don't train with anybody unless we have a sparring going on. We've been blessed in this camp to have the most amazing sparring ever, and we're just thankful right now.
Yeah, definitely. That's how a lot of the gyms down here in South Florida are also. They stick to themselves, they train with each other. They don't, spend time with other people, so they try and keep the COVID out that way. But yeah, you have some real talent there. Chrislbert is I love watching him fight. I love watching him. He's great. He's very entertaining, and he seems like a great kid also as well.
Yes, we've been all together since the first day they walked into the gym. So watching these kids grow up, become men, change their lives, their perspectives, and the maturity. He just opened up his own primetime chicken spot in Jersey, which is going good.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that on his Instagram.
Yeah, he fights December 12th also. Richardson Hitchens fight December 12th also. A lot. We have so much talent. It's incredible. Are
they all fighting on the same card as you, Mathew, or?
No, they have different cards. Some are in Las Vegas, I think, right?
It's a Showtime card, though.
Yeah.
It's a Showtime card. We'll be fighting in Atlanta.
Everybody's spread out.
Right. So, Mathew, your fight on December 12th is in Atlanta, right? And we'll post that on our Instagram. Is that going to be streamed, or is that on any one of the networks, or what?
Yeah, it's actually a new network called BPE. You could download it right now, and when you download it, you'll actually see my picture and a few other fighters will be fighting that card. It's a pay-per-view event. It's just like $5.99, something like that. And you can actually download it and stream the fights live come December 12th. So that's a cool thing.
Okay, it's called BPE. Maybe Steve, you can scroll that on the bottom so listeners know where to buy that, where to tune that in. So, do you know about your opponent on the 12th? Because that's only it's 2 weeks away.
Yeah. I'll be fighting a Mexican guy. He's tough. He fought some prospects in the past. He actually fought Ryan Garcia. So, this is a good test for me. Right now, I got 10 fights. So right now, it's all about getting those guys that has the experience, those vets that could push you and get me to the next level where I'm trying to get to in my career.
Would you say this is a step-up fight for you in terms of his ability, or what?
Fight, I won't say it's a step-up fight, because I got so much experience, and I've been in there with the best as far as sparring goes. Like I was in camp with Teofimo Lopez for the Lomachenko fight. I was just in camp with Danny Garcia for the Earl Spence fight right now. So I'm gonna say it's a step up. Only time I say it's a step up is when I fight, either a top contender or a world champion. That's when I'll say it's a step up.
Okay. So you were part of the Teofimo Lopez camp too, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, 3 weeks we did.
Yeah. We just interviewed Josue Vargas a couple of weeks ago in Orlando, and he was part of that camp also, right?
Yeah, it was me and him down there. We sparred him we sparred him 3 times a week for 3 weeks straight.
Yeah, he was a great guy.
Vargas also, he's good too.
It's my boy.
Yeah, it's great. It was a local show, Undefeated Promotions. It was in a hotel in Orlando, and Josue was there. Gonzalez was there also, and it's great just to watch these fights in a small setting like that. A hotel ballroom where you can, just talk and just watch the fights with guys that really know what they're looking at, what they're talking about. Yeah, exactly. And I forget who he was there supporting, one of the fighters in there, but
Nice.
it was a local club fights, but it was a lot of fun. And you're fighting at welterweight, correct?
Junior welterweight.
Junior welterweight. Okay, Mike, do you have any questions for Mathew? All right.
Yeah. First of all, hey, what's up, guys? I know I didn't get a chance to really say hi except wave earlier. My questions are more technical than anything else. I know we haven't really gotten into that yet. So you just mentioned you're at 140. You're about what, 5'8"? I think I saw
5'8". Yep.
Okay. What's your reach?
69-inch reach.
Okay. All right. And so what style do you typically have? I mean, you more of a brawler? Do you box? Do you stay on the outside?
I'm a boxer brawler. Like, I could box, I'm slick if I have to get slick, I'm in and out. I throw combinations. Or if I just decide to walk my guy down, I could do that as well. Me personally, I like to walk guys down because I like to fight. I don't like to look pretty from the outside. I don't like to, waste time. I like to get it in. At the end of the day, this is the Hurt business, and we there to entertain our fans. People are paying their hard-earned money to come see you. So put on the show.
Right. So, with that, what kind of fighter do you think you emulate most? Like active fighters now that we can relate to?
Fighters, right now I say a little bit of Earl Spence as far as southpaw, digging the body a lot. Eric Salubman as far as, the right hooks go. I throw a lot of right hooks as well when I fight.
Terrence Crawford, unpredictability, yeah.
Switch to Terrence Crawford.
Right.
Yeah. Who's your favorite southpaw fighter?
Favorite southpaw fighter?
Terrence Crawford right now.
Crawford, yeah.
That's my man's Marvin Hagler. That's my man.
He said right
Marvin
now.
Hagler, yeah.
Oh, right now?
He said right now.
Well,
Lefty Gunz.
Yeah, Lefty.
I like Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. I like both of them a lot. I'm fans of both of those guys.
Yeah, Hagler's great. You know who one of mine is? All right, is a heavyweight from back in the day. Is Chrislbert. I guess because of his reach and the way he used to paw that jab out and knock the guy's hand down and then pop him in the face. He just had an interesting style.
Out, right?
What's that?
Klitschko knocked him out.
Yes. So and then Manny Pacquiao, of course, too.
Yeah, that's a legend right there. You never forget him. It's a living legend.
Yeah. Okay, Mike. Anything else, sir?
Yeah. So how many amateur fights did you have in total?
64.
Okay, so you're well versed in that as well. And
I should have had more, but I took a long layoff. If it wasn't for that layoff, I would have had over 100 fights easily.
Yeah.
And probably went to the Olympics too.
Yeah.
But having 64 fights in a circuit in New York, that tells you something right there.
Yeah.
He was taking us everywhere. We'll drive 24 hours to Kansas City, 19 hours to Florida. We was going everywhere. We'll drive 3-4 hours to PA, Connecticut, just for little club shows, just to get another fight underneath our belts. Most trainers, no trainers do that today. Now I know of. I don't know no trainers that's doing that today.
No, not a lot of them are willing to travel unless it's with the top guys,
That's how we were able to get so many fights in a short period of time.
Yeah, we used to do the Silver Gloves up in Rochester, Oneonta. And so we used to travel a lot.
That's
right.
Is what games you participated in, between Silver Games, the Golden Gloves, pretty much everything in New York.
Platinum Gloves,
Empire Games.
So you go and go everything. Every gloves you can think of, we done.
Yeah. So explain what's the relationship between you and Sosa, Orlando Sosa?
Well, me and Sosa are the two coaches. We're actually we have like 3 gyms. We have one in the Berry Houses in Staten Island. We have one in Park Hill, Staten Island. We have one in Flatbush. So we have 10 coaches. So Sosa and I work in Flatbush. So we're in charge of that district right there. And Sosa was my rival back then before I went and joined Cops and Kids. So me and Sosa have a lot of history together, especially with him and his son. when they were like 10, 11 years old.
We fought 4 times.
Yeah.
Wow.
We united and we got all these kids together, our group of kids, my group, his group, and just it's a bunch of, top athletes right now.
It's all love now.
Yeah, well, look, it's one big happy family, and all these guys are killing it,
Yes.
Yeah, they're all doing good, and Edgar Berlanga, I don't know if we mentioned him. He's from your neck of the woods too, right?
Yeah, I trained him since 7 years old for like 12 years.
Yeah, he's doing great. What's he at now? 15-0, 15 first round knockouts. Yeah. So congratulations to you. That's got to be a great feeling as a coach to work with these kids for so long and see them be so successful.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
So let me ask you. First of all, Lefty Guns. I mean, where'd that nickname come from? I mean, I get the southpaw part.
Lefty Guns. The reason I got the name Lefty Guns is I feel like that goes with me the most as far as lefty, me being a southpaw lefty, and Guns. My last name Gonzalez. Lefty Guns Gonzalez. So that name just fits the best. That name, describes me the most.
All right. I always like to ask this question with guys that are coming up just like you. I mean, how important is it for you to win a world title?
Winning a world title, that's my dream since a little kid. Winning a world title. That's something I'm after, and that's something that I know will happen and is going to happen sooner or later. The only thing against us right now is time, and the COVID thing ain't helping it at all. COVID thing ain't helping at all. I was gonna fight March 14th in the Garden, Madison Square Garden. Fight got canceled on 1 day notice due to the whole pandemic. The 1 day notice. That right there was gonna be my coming up party. That fight right there. That happened. Things happen for a reason though. Now I'm getting better. I'm getting older. I'm getting stronger. I'm getting wiser. And the next fight, everything will be on full display.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself 5 years down the road?
Woo! Hopefully retired.
Retired at age 30.
That's
Hey, exactly. You got to be smart in the business,
Yeah. God bless.
I want to be successful. I want him to be successful, achieve his goals early and quick, and then get out of there while you're healthy.
I think maybe 33 is a good age to get out, I'll say. I mean, only time could tell. You'll see. You take one fight at a time. You always take one fight at a time. You don't think about the next fight. You focus on what's in front of you at the moment. I would say though, if I had to guess, I think 33, 34 years old is a good age. You're still young enough, but you also it's also a good enough age for you to get out before you retire from boxing. Don't let boxing retire you.
Right. Do you think you'll stay around the sport after you retire, either as a trainer or a mentor still to the kids or something?
I'll always be a fan of boxing, and definitely a mentor to the kids. I don't know as far as being a coach goes, but I'll definitely always be a part of boxing as far as going to the fights and the fan and helping out the kids. That's something that I just love to do. It's something that I generally love to do, and I generally love the sport of boxing.
Right. Exactly. Is there anything else you want to tell us about yourself that we may have missed? I appreciate talking to you about growing up there in Ridgewood, because I spent 10 years of my life there. And it's always good to see success stories coming out of the neighborhood there, because I've known the opposite. All right, a lot of kids that are not success stories come out of there, and it's
well, the neighborhood has changed a lot, so it's for the better. A lot of kids have matured more. The neighborhoods are nice and clean. This COVID stuff has changed everybody's lives for the better. I think everybody's more cautious, eating healthier, being healthier. Maintaining with each other as far as that goes. So I think overall it has helped, but
yeah,
Yeah,
that's strange, isn't it? These kind of things tend to bring people together, even though you're separated.
Yeah.
So you're really with the people, only the people that matter most. Yeah. So that's there are some blessings in disguise as far as this whole pandemic thing is concerned.
Yeah, definitely. it's changed a lot of people's lives. I think.
Yeah.
You know, some had it bad, but it's for the better. I think. You know?
Yeah.
A lot of people are healthier now. You know. So.
Exactly.
There's always a bright side of things. You just gotta look at the bright side always.
Yeah, and you seem to have made out well with your training, because you do hear fighters all the time say, "Oh, because of COVID, I didn't have my training partners," or they have fights canceled, or opponents cancel at the last minute. They train for one guy, and the next they got a different guy at the last minute, and there's a lot of complaining going on there. But you have a very positive attitude about the whole thing.
Yeah, it's happening all over. It's happening all over. You know, the guys go, they weigh in, and their opponent tests positive for COVID, so the fights gets postponed. You know, you train so hard, you're so motivated, and then it's a letdown. You know, but I guess things happen for a reason. You know.
Yeah. So as you look up the ladder in the junior welterweight division, Mathew, who would you like to fight 1 year, 2 years down the line?
Who I like to fight?
Whoever
whoever got the belt at the time. I mean, it's not personal, it's business.
Yeah,
it's not personal.
Got it.
I ain't got nothing personal against nobody.
Right.
Whoever's in my way when that time comes, they gotta go. They gotta see me. Right now in the junior welterweight division, the top guys right now is we got Regis Prograde, we got Mikey Garcia, we got Josh Taylor, we have Jose Ramirez. So there's definitely some good names there. By the time when I get there in the next couple of years, some guys will most likely be at 147. So we'll see who's there at 140 when the time comes.
Yeah, that's right. You got to anticipate that moving up in weight as time goes by too.
Mm-hmm.
And that seems to be to be the thing to do these days, is to get titles in multiple weight classes. And I don't know if I really like that idea. If you're the best junior welterweight, just be the best junior welterweight, man. Let guys come to you, instead of jumping around in weight. I don't know. What's your feelings about that, man?
I think you know what? I think it gives guys an incentive to make money in different fields. I guess I know what you're saying, and I know what you mean. There should only be one champion, but why not three when all three can make the same money? You know what I'm saying? So it works in different ways, and it benefits in different ways. So.
Right. Exactly.
You also got to remember, guys are getting older. We're all getting older. The older you get, the harder it is to make the weight. So me, I'm 25 right now. I can make 140. But when I'm 29, 30, I'm probably not going to be able to make 140 no more. I'm probably going to have to go to 147. And that by the time I'm 33, if I'm still fighting, I'll probably have to be at 154. So, you also always got to remember that. The older you get, your body, everything slows down as far as your metabolism. Your body starts filling out more, and you're forced to move up in weight.
You don't have to tell me that twice, man.
Yeah, or us.
Yeah, that's so. It's good that you think once you retire, you're going to stay around the sport of boxing, because you definitely sound like a positive influence to the people that are around you, and people need that. This sport needs positive people, and I really I get a sense of the family-like atmosphere around there with your gym and with your fighters. So that's really that's admirable, and I wish you guys the best of luck.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Yeah, so December 12th, okay, and it's BPE is the network that it's going to be on, the streaming service.
Be good now.
I think you're good now.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so December 12th. All right, the fight's in Atlanta, Georgia. And who's the promoter for that? Who's the promoter for the fight?
The promoter's new promoter. Actually, his name is Big Time Promotions. Big Time Promotions.
Okay.
So like I said before, they created their own app, the BPE, and the fight will be on that app. You can actually download the app right now. You'll see a picture of myself. You'll see a picture of a few other people on the card. And it'll say pay-per-view event, which you could buy and stream it. It's like $5.99, I believe. And December 12th, you can catch all the fights from there.
Okay, great. Steve, can you scroll that? BPE? Download BPE app. Yeah,
And
well,
also there'll be spectators there. There'll be a 33% audience as well in the crowd.
how many people are they letting in? What percentage?
33%. So if the arena
33%.
holds 500 people, that's like 166, something like that.
I can't do that math that fast.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's around there. Yeah, well, that's great. Again, we wish you the best of luck in your career. Are there any sponsors or anyone you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out. First and foremost, my coach Benny Ramon, who's been with me from the beginning. My girlfriend Jenny Badillo, who's always behind the scenes making things happen. My sponsors, Pride Mechanic, my man Hef, RX, best water in the world.
Let's see the label. There it is. RX.
Lit Life, Rain Perez, and her partner Johnson Walton, RIP, who's a good friend of mine. And come fight night, I will have RPG on my shorts as a tribute to her. We lost her in COVID, unfortunately.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, just tune in, guys, December 12th. You don't want to miss it. TKO Worldwide, those are the people who always take care of all my outfits for me. My man Jay Peso, TKO Worldwide. They take care of all my outfits. Anyone who knows me knows I always fight with very, very nice outfits. Everything from fur to snakeskin to ostrich. I fight with very, very nice stuff. Making sure I look fresh. And thank you guys once again. And tune in December 12th. The app will be BPE if you can't make it down to Atlanta. And I guarantee you guys nothing but excitement and fireworks. And thank you guys again for having me.
Thank you, guys.
Listen, it's a real pleasure. It's an honor, to talk to you guys. And please come on the show again, maybe after the fight, or you're welcome anytime. And yeah, it was nice meeting you guys. We'll be in touch for sure. And Jen, I hear your voice there. Unless that's the voice of an angel, I don't know. You want to say hi?
Yeah,
To TV land here.
Hi guys.
Hi Jen, how are you?
Playing production over here, guys. So I'm literally like setting things up, and Matt has a kid that's coming to train, and he's out here watching the interview.
My man Max, Come
here,
nice.
Max.
Well, tell him, Max can get in on the shot also.
Everyone, Max.
Working with the youth at the end of the day, kids.
All right. What's up, Max?
Right here. Not champion boxing, but champion in life, though.
Hey.
Nice. Excellent. Keep punching. Jen, it's nice meeting you. It's nice talking to you too. And I'm gonna tell. I just texted Jen, like, you're a great manager. She's texting me here, keeping an eye out on things, and that's good. That's good.
They say teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Teamwork makes the dream work. Someone said that. Well, listen, have a great night. It was a pleasure having you on. We hope to speak to you all soon.
And shoot the sizes. And we got shirts coming your way from the Fighting News. Text Matt your addresses, and Jenny gets a shirt too.
Thank you.
Cool. Appreciate that.
Bye, guys.
All right,
yeah, we'll send it all to the gym there.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, take care.
Don't talk right